So this is how to change a tie rod on a Mini Cooper, and this will pretty much be how it is for any vehicle with a rack and pinion type steering system. So basically the first thing you do is turn the steering wheel opposite the side that you're working on. I'm working on the right side, so I turn the wheel all the way to the left. This will bring the tie rod out towards you as far as possible so that you can have an easier time working on it. You'll need to disconnect the outer tie rod end that is connected to the steering knuckle. On the Mini Cooper, that's a 15mm nut on there. It's a lock nut, so you may need a 4 or 5mm hex wrench to put in the center of the stud and use a 15mm wrench to finish removing the nut. The tie rod end is usually stuck pretty well in the steering knuckle, so you'll just have to go to your front end service kit, which you can rent at your local auto parts store, or you can buy from the link below. Next, you'll need to remove the bellows that goes over the inner tie rod end. On this car, it's held on with zip ties. All you do is take a screwdriver and pry them off. If you are unable to cut them, then you can pull the boot back and you can see where the inner tie rod is threaded into the steering rack. Now you will need to go into your inner tie rod remover set. For the Mini Cooper, you will use the 5/16 socket. This machined out part on the end of the socket is the part that goes over the tie rod end in order to turn it out. Just swing the tie rod out of the way, put your socket on, and have your ratchet preloaded into the flashlight looking thing. It's basically a giant extension. Hold the socket on there with one hand and do everything else with the other hand. Once you get a little tension on there, it'll kind of stay on by itself, and you'll be able to use both your hands to turn the assembly. Measure from where the threads go into the outer tie rod to all the way to the end of the inner tie rod. Don't do it like I did it. I chose a fixed point on the tie rod. Don't do that because your new tie rod might have a slightly different design. Just measure all the way to the end, and that will give you a better result than I had. You will probably still need to get an alignment done after this job, but if you measure, your steering will be very close to what it was, and you can still minimize wear on your tires while you're driving to the alignment shop, or while you're driving around until you're able to get to an alignment shop. I will have a link in the description where you can buy this tie rod. The inner tie rod should be torqued back into the steering rack at 59 plus or minus 6 foot-pounds. And restrap it with zip ties, or you can use any kind of metal clamp or strap or whatever you want. The outer tie rod gets torqued to 21 foot-pounds. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe.